Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so this is a bonus reading for Cancer. And our card tonight is the Moon card. It is from Tarot of the Abyss. Let's go ahead and see what these tea leaves have to say tonight. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. I want to look at this one immediately. So now we have, it looks like the snake coiled around the egg. Okay, and you can see kind of that oval shape there. Now we also have the sun up here. So the snake, if you've never seen the symbol, or maybe you have and you didn't really know what it was, this is a symbol called the orphic egg. And this is a creation symbol. So the mythology is that the snake is emerging, or maybe it's not emerging, but the egg is the beginning, right? The beginning of all things. This is the emergence of the snake Fane, I think his name is Fane, from the primordial beginnings. Okay, so kind of that aether before all things, that primordial waters, where before anything is really conceived in a solid concept. And so then the snake Fane goes on to create all of the other gods, okay? And so I look at this and you know, maybe you will be a creator of gods, gods and goddesses. But I think more so, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of something just of vast importance. A shift in your life. Like, this is like the marker of, this is the next part of your life. We are in the, we're going into the second act, the third act, whatever it is. And I think that you are meeting it with, I mean, just there are the materials of building something great, of going in a direction that you had only hoped and dreamed for previously. I feel that there is and I do think that this is not so much going into like the beginning of your adulthood, okay? I feel like there's a lot of wisdom already. There's a lot of knowledge there. You've had experience. You've experienced life. Okay. You've seen some of the world. You've seen how things work. And you've been through kind of that period of time where you're going through the motions of trying to live up to something that maybe never was that important to you. You've done the things that you're supposed to do. Or, so we're taught that we're supposed to do. So we're conditioned that we're supposed to do. And you've lived that life, and now you are coming into this time where it's like, okay, so now I'm going to live for me. I'm going to do the things that I've always wanted to do. This is the time in my life where I'm going to rebirth myself. This is the time where I'm going to be fearless. This is a time where I am going to indulge in all of those desires I had, in all of those wants I had. Now, I feel like you are also meeting your needs, okay? But this is not so much about that. This is about going the way less traveled, And we have a spiral down here. Okay, so when I see the spirals, I know that we're going into a place that is, it could be like kind of a subterranean. It could be kind of night side, which we have the moon, so we know we kind of are in this in the darkness of things. Now, that's not to say this is bad, right? But things do get a little more surreal. There are there are kind of the pitfalls of delusion here. But I do think that this is a time where you are traveling outside of the mundane. You are you're allowing yourself to explore the depths of your imagination, your fantasies. And I also have a person here, right? And you can see the legs and the body and the head, and it looks like there's a flame above the head. And for me, this is kind of like you are not unlike the hermit, but also kind of, if you imagine like somebody who wears a headlamp, you are in that exploration mode, okay? And I think that this is the most excited you've been in a long time. I think that, although you've had good years and wonderful things happen, and there's a lot of happiness in your life, in your story. And I think that you know that and you celebrate that. But I think that there is an underlying, almost kind of a resentment here, because you've had to do a lot of things that you just absolutely were not interested in doing. But you did them because they were your responsibilities. Now, I'm not saying that you're like absolutely abandoning everything, but I do think that you are in this place where it's like, I cannot live for everybody else anymore. I cannot spend all of my waking hours at the service of the needs of everybody else in my life. I need to do something for myself. I need to return to myself. I need to begin again on my journey, right, into the unknown, into the mysteries. Because I think really, more than any other sign, I really believe that the cancer forward people are the magicians, are the the people that go subterranean on purpose, will explore, the depths of of Hades or whatever. Go looking, go into these scary places, go confront the shadow, go that's what it is. I mean, that really is. It is doing, somebody who is not afraid of doing the shadow work, not afraid of exploring the taboo, okay? And also, I think in some ways drawn to kind of, how do I say this? The beauty of the grotesque, or things that might be considered unappealing to other people, most other people. So I think that there's just a spirit of exploration, and this is fully activated right now. I feel like it's almost kind of like you have no other choice. This is what you have to do. Now we have a 6, and we have 112. Okay, 112. 112. Okay, we also have a key. We have a large key. Ooh, and we have a scorpion. Okay, so maybe this, we have a Scorpio or a scorpion. We also have a key. But it looks like that scorpion is really protecting that key. Really looking over it. Now at the bottom we have an L and a U. L-U. Or L-V. It kind of looks like L-U and then we have L-O over here. Lulo. But this one is down in the metaphysical. This one's in the emotional. So maybe these are utterances or a sacred name. But we have, so we have that scorpion up here. And it's interesting, up here we have, it looks like we have like a little palm tree on that 6. And that's really standing out to me as well. So, I'm interested. I wonder if this is, I don't know. I keep thinking like, okay, so maybe this is like a beloved person in your life. And within maybe that relationship or that experience with this person, there is a key, but I almost feel like with a Scorpio, it would be Scorpio and a Cancer. I don't know. If you've ever been matched with somebody like that, or like you have a parent or a child or whatever, a Scorpio and a Cancer. I'd love to know what that dynamic's like. But I almost kind of wonder, like, I feel like this person, it's almost like mind games. I mean, you know, and I don't like to say it like that, but it does. It feels like kind of like they're gatekeeping this thing and giving you the runaround. And it really, I mean, absolutely is maddening to you, I think. But I feel like there is like an attraction there, right? There's absolutely kind of this connection, but it just doesn't seem like something that I feel like it's like two people who are very hard-headed in some ways, very determined people, cannot find a place of commonality a lot of times. I think that it seems like there's like an energy of really being at odds with one another. And so I don't know. I mean, I almost feel like this is kind of like walking away from this relationship in some ways, or at least limiting access to yourself. Because, you know, although there is a key there, I think the key is kind of in limiting your the flow of energies, because there's just, it seems like so much time being lost, and really just like in the emotional bleedage, seepage, or whatever. Like it just it takes so much time to get on the same page, or even just be able to kind of not be fighting, figuring out how can we do this, and what do I have to say, what do I have to do to make this not be constant, like yelling and hanging up on the phone and and you know, arguing and posting like stuff on the internet, like you know, fighting on social media in front of everybody you know, and it just stresses you out, I think. And so, you know, I just think that this is kind of, you know, one of those things. And it, you know, it makes sense to me if you are focused on the self-work, if you're focused on magical endeavors, you know, this kind of relationship is, I feel like they're put into our lives on purpose. And they're often some of the most attractive relationships, fiery and sensual, and it feels like you're just always so close to getting some kind of answer, or you know, I don't know what it, like channeling a conduit, kind of, right, through somebody, that, or through a coupling, through a union with somebody. And but you never can get quite there, because there's this disturbance in your ability to coexist. You know, there's always some kind of thing arising that throws it all off. And at some point you have to decide, like, am I just going to keep getting jammed up like this, or do I walk away from the situation, because it is an ordeal. It's its own ordeal, right, within a larger ordeal. But you know, it's very distractive, and it can go on for years and years and years, can't it? So definitely, you know, I don't know, I don't like to tell anybody what to do, but I do think that this is one of those things where it's like it takes away from the work that you're doing, for sure. Okay, let's see. Let's go over here. Okay, so we have another key. All right. But this one we have with it's with the rectangle, but it kind of looks like, well, when I see the rectangle like this, I call it the square. Although it's the rectangle. And so it feels like things getting squared away. And through this work, and through really being refocused on, you know, what your personal goals are, what your, the things that are pulling you in, the inspirations, you know, whatever you're researching, the books you're reading, the things that you're creating, you know, where you're traveling to, where you're spending your time, and listening to yourself, and going, you know, where your intuition takes you, or where, you know, you have maybe had some kind of revealed knowledge, information through whatever, scrying or casting of some kind. I think this is where you will find the key that really, you know, that you are looking for. And in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, of well, maybe you know, you read not unlike the tea leaves, but I was thinking of like something like geomancy, maybe. But or, well, is it with the yarrow sticks? That's geomancy as well. Which, those are really cool. I like those. I want to learn how to read with them myself. But yeah, something. I feel like you're using something as a tool to help, and maybe even, you know, readings like this are part of that. But I do see you getting there, you know, and I feel like this will be a great revelation, because you're going into this. It is just a time of, I feel it's such an excitement And really, you know, when we are in that place where it's like we're on the wave of going into the next, knowing that this work is profound, the muse is with me, speaking to me, and all this other stuff in my life that is just like, it's not just tedious, it's just like, it feels garbagey, right? It just feels like stuff that's cluttering my life. It's easy to walk away from that when you are beginning, and so take advantage of that. Not that I'm saying to walk away from everything, you know, but for the things that do not serve you well, they do not serve your purpose, hunker down, do the work, you know, expel those energies from your life. Now, I also see a person standing in the wind. Okay, so there is a sense of cleansing here. Okay, and quite literally, you know, if you live in a place where there are a lot of winds, it is a good time. Whenever the wind comes up, this is my own. Right before I did my readings tonight, I went out and stood in the wind because we've had large gusts of wind for the last few days. But if you can, go out there and stand in it. Let it just sweep over you. It will take away all of your thoughts. It will take away the things that you are carrying, you know, that are causing you anxieties, you know, and as you enter the space of cleansing, you know, make it clear what you want to let go of. You know, make it clear what you want those spirits to relieve you of. You know, let them go into the swirl of you know, that airy elemental, and you know, and yeah, relieve your mind a little bit. It is a perfect place to go if you have access to the wind. Okay, let's see. Now we have the Dreamer's deck, 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams. Okay, and we're going to flip through here real quick and stop where it feels right. And it says, I know that exploring my passions will lead me to my purpose. I am doing what feels good. Yeah. Yes, I'm doing what feels good. All right. Thank you for punctuating the reading cards. All right. Cancer, I want to tell you, thank you so much for spending this time with me, letting me do this bonus reading for you. I love you. I love you. I love you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell when you do. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. And it is free to subscribe. If you would like to leave a comment, please do. I would love to hear from you. And also, I want to shout out to my lovely, beautiful, amazing husband, Paul, over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. By the time this reading comes out, he should have hit 200K subscribers. That's 200,000 subscribers. You know, I'm amazed, but also it makes sense. It makes sense to me that he has established such a community of people over there. He is a wonderful, talented reader, the best person that I know, the most amazing father I have ever witnessed, and you know, my absolute beloved. And I am constantly in awe of him, and completely just is surreal sometimes to think I get to spend my life with this guy. He's perfect. So anyways, congratulations to him. He is wonderful. And if you haven't checked him out yet, please go over there, see him, do yourself a favor. He's the best. And so, yes. And so for the rest of you, I love you as well, and take care of yourself. We will talk in a few days. Good night. Good night. Good night.